there was something we had to do to the computer to make the sound come through. But now I can't go
so that your presenter and peers can properly address you and can receive credit for being here today. Included in your event registration was the resource book Behavior Solutions and other marketing materials which were shipped to your address on file. Your presenters will reference this book heavily over the next 2 days of the workshop. And if you have not received this book yet, please send me a message and I'll provide you all of the necessary information to access the book online.
Well, yeah, because you
If
our
make sure
customer
it's locked
service and
properly,
fulfillment
and
team is
then
missing your
you
address,
just pull
you should have received an email requesting you to provide your shipping information, and if you could fill this out at your earliest convenience, it's super helpful as it's required in order to receive your materials. Today's attendance qualifies you for a 30% off discount code of 501 Books at our Solution Tree bookstore, and you can find our Solution Tree bookstore at our Solution Tree website. And then if you are having any technical difficulties or find yourself kicked out of Zoom, please feel free to contact our virtual registration support team at the support email on the screen, and then I'll also place this email into the chat feature. All right, now for our workshop, I'd like to introduce you to your presenters, John and Jessica Hannigan. John is an author and speaker who has served in education for over 20 years as a teacher, instructional coach, principal, and county office leadership coach. Jessica works with U.S. schools and districts to design and implement effective social, emotional, and behavioral systems. Both of their expertise includes RTI, PLCs, MTSS, PBIS, restorative practices, social emotional learning, and more. And without further ado, I will let them take it over.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning. Welcome to day one of Behavior Solutions. So before we get started,
Can you all see the screen? That is number one. Can you see the slides?
Yes.
Can we get a thumbs up if you see our slides? Okay, perfect. That's the hardest part. All right. Okay, sorry, John, go ahead.
So over these 2 days, we're going to be building out our system. We're going to be providing a lot of team time so that with breakout rooms. So those of you that are in a room with your team, we can give you time with that team. But if you want us to collaborate with other educators, we're going to have breakout rooms as well. So we're going to share with you some of the tools, but this isn't going to be a just consumption of information. We're going to be building out our system of support for behavior over these 2 days. So although supported by an abundance of research, this isn't just going to be 2 days of theory. This is a workshop where you're going to leave with a plan to establish those tiers of support on your campus.
Okay, couple more logistics, but before I get into that, can you in the chat tell us what city or state you're from? Want to see who is in the room right now in the chat.
Is this like super?
Wow, nice.
Nice.
We have Wisconsin, Arkansas, Massachusetts.
Texas. All right. Laguna. All right. The weather's nice in Laguna year round.
So you're up early like us, Laguna. Okay. Oh,
Sweet.
so good to see you all. Okay, I'm gonna just get us ready for the learning to make sure we are all on the same page. As you heard, I'm Jessica. This is my husband, John. Yes, we are married. Sometimes.
That'd be weird at 7 in the morning for us to be in
Well,
the city.
you never know. Okay, but that's something people are thinking about usually. So yes, we are married, and you will find that out really quickly. Okay, couple more just logistics. This is our contact information, so make sure you write it down and have it in case there's some additional questions later on when we're off that you have. So make sure to have that handy. And then we have a Facebook group, and of course, we share tons of information also on Twitter. So if you're interested in staying connected, make sure to write that down or take a screenshot, okay? So just a little context about the book. We wrote Behavior Solutions with the goal in mind of creating a guidebook to help ensure schools are establishing systematic tiers of behavior supports similar to academics. So Behavior Solutions is in full alignment with RTI at work, and essentially it is RTI behavior. And that's what we're gonna walk you through the next couple days. So a couple more things to get prepared here. This is the Behavior Solutions bit.ly, and it will be dropped in the chat. This is gonna house everything you need for today. So I'm gonna walk you through what is in this bit.ly so we could ensure that you get the most updated slides, and we will continue referring to this bit.ly. So number one, whoever's on the computer, if you're with a group of people, if you could go to this bit.ly, and if you could click on the landing page folder in the bit.ly.
How do you go to a?
I'll look for some thumbs up
Janet,
as you're able to do that.
Go to the link can you go to the link down, Lisa, by the QR code, go to that little link sign.
So make sure to go
Bottom
to the
right.
bit.ly in the chat,
Can you go to that?
click on the
I don't know where
landing
you're
page
talking.
folder. There's a lot of goodies in that bit.ly, but right now, all we want you to do is go to the landing page folder.
Oh, okay. I thought it was a link.
Or just type
Just type it in.
Yep,
Just a new tab?
yep.
Can you give a thumbs up if you were able to do that? Okay, perfect.
got it.
Within that bit.ly,
You got it?
what you're gonna
I
find is a PDF of our slides today. So it says Behavior Solutions Slides, it's a PDF. Make sure to download that if you wanna follow along with the slides. So in there is a PDF of the slides. There are also a few other documents that we are gonna reference throughout today. So keep this bit.ly handy, and especially this landing page. Can you give me a thumbs up if you were able to download the slides?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Right next to the slides, there's what's called, it says BIA, and the cover page says putting it all together. You're definitely gonna wanna download that too, and we'll reference this again when you need to use it. But you'll wanna download that as well. It's a 12-page document that we will talk about. But I think if you have those two items downloaded for now,
In the
you're in a good
slides.
spot. And then
I
again,
should
we'll
not be the
reference
one running
this
the computer.
when the context makes more sense.
What other thing did she say?
Okay.
I just
Can I get a thumbs up if you have the slides in front of you and you know where the BIA is?
I don't know where the.
It says putting it all together PDF. Okay, if not, later on you can put it in the chat as well, and we'll make sure you have it when you need it. Okay. Okay, couple more logistics, just to make sure we're on the same page. We're definitely on Zoom, as you're aware. So really what John and I say right from the get-go is you're gonna get what you put into it. Whether you're by yourself, whether you're with a team today, it's really gonna be the effort that you put in with your team or as you're working independently or with some new colleagues you meet today. Okay, so we wanna start off there because we know it's Zoom and it's easy to get distracted with other emails, other things going on. But to be honest, this information sounds easier when we're talking about it. It's a lot more difficult to implement after the session. So it's really important that you get all the information and you don't miss critical pieces. A couple more things. Obviously, you're professionals. John and I have both been site admin, district office admin, so we get it. As much as you can, though, if you could stay engaged if you have an emergency or something that you need to take care of, do what you need to do, but keep those sidebar conversations down. And stay present in our, with our timeline of what we're talking about. It's very, very critical.
Because team time will be built in, so just know that once we give content, we'll give you team time as well.
Okay, couple more things. We're gonna try to give a little break at the top of each hour, just as Zoom etiquette. So when we do that, please stand up, stretch, because you've been sitting. So make sure you take advantage of that. And we will have lunch at,
For those on the West Coast, 10 to 11, so it'll be more of a brunch, but that would be 1 to 2 Eastern time.
okay, so wanna make sure you have that. And then one more thing. Well, two more little things. John gives me all the fun slides, all the logistics slides. Number one, we don't stop our content when we're presenting to answer individual questions. So make sure you write those down in a notebook or you put them in the chat. When we do answer individual questions that may be very specific for your school grade level is during teen time, you'll have an opportunity to call both of us in. So make sure to write those questions down just because this is a very accelerated workshop. You're getting about 3 years of information in 2 days. So I just wanted to make sure I pointed that component out as well. Okay, can we get a thumbs up? I know that was long norms. Can we get a thumbs up if you are all good with that? Okay. Then I think we're ready to jump right on in.
So we'll start right off with this quote that really